Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I'm your host. Folks, what Vietnam just did, related to the Vietnamese dong, is so crucial and important to the revaluation and the exchanges, specifically the exchanges of the Vietnamese dong. Pay very close attention to what Goldilocks just shared. Let's jump right into it. What Vietnam just implemented is what's called a single event process. SEP. Single event process, or the action is single event processing. What single event processing refers to, folks, is a modern technology prominently advanced by global institutions such as Citi, JP Morgan, Bank of America, some of your largest banks and financial firms, which enables real-time, instant, unified handling of financial transactions, including currency exchanges, account updates, compliance checks, all through a single streamlined processing flow. That's why it's called single event processing. Goldilocks been showing this was coming. Now it's here. Instant. Everything instant. In Vietnam's banking sector, the single event processing mechanism, it's gaining traction as banks throughout Vietnam are now modernizing their infrastructure to handle high volumes in real time, particularly in custody and payments and asset servicing. Folks, this trend of interfacing SEP is accelerating, allowing banks to expose data securely to third-party providers such as technology companies and fintechs, folks, which are all interfacing into the new digital banking system, where they will be connected all to the Vietnamese dong and every currency throughout the world. And they'll be able to do this while maintaining control and compliance in their banking system. This will empower the Vietnamese dong to move swiftly, exchanges to be instant. This integration is not isolated, folks, but stems from two interconnected drivers. Recent open bank regulations, which Vietnam passed through their political parties, and also the broader shift to event-driven architectures. Goldilocks shares how their reforms that they passed early this year has now allowed this for the dong to now integrate into the new banking system, the new global digital banking system, and currency exchanges of the dong to be instant. Instant. This not only allows the dong to be exchanged instantly and the transactions to settle instantly, but throughout the world. So not just in Vietnam. If no matter where you live, no matter where you'll be exchanging at, the transaction will be instantly. Before, folks, such transactions could take minutes or days to settle, meaning before it would even be accounted for in your bank account. Over 72% of organizations and companies around the world now are implementing this, globally and in Vietnam. So, folks, what Goldilocks is sharing is that the banking sector around the world is pivoting from the monolithic old system and integrating more new advanced technology for the new system, the new banking system, the new digital asset banking system, which constantly is evolving and improving in preparation for the changes of all countries' currencies. Not at the same time, just in general, folks, just in general. The transactions of countries' currencies changing. This allows real-time personalization and efficiency with banks. So every customer's transaction will be instant, whether it's currency exchanges, deposits, withdrawals, loans, anything and everything at the bank will be instant settlements. This is a push towards modernizing their banking system to be in compliance with the international banking system, the new digital asset banking system. This trend, folks, positions Vietnam as an Asian fintech hub. Yes, the hub, the mothership in the Asian region, with projections for 5 tech major companies this year. Banks ignoring it will risk falling behind if they don't catch up. Vietnam is now passing up many Asian countries and many other Asian banking industries. Vietnam is on third base, rounding home, while several others are either just getting up to bat or maybe on first or second base. Vietnam is leading the charge. It would be in many folks' best interest to continue to pay attention to what Goldilocks is sharing. Not just about Vietnam, but for the entire global currency reset. Goldilocks continues by sharing related to Vietnam and bolstering the dong in a strategic push. This came out just yesterday. In a strategic push toward economic maturity, Vietnam's government has hit the green light to launch 2 international financial centers. Think of a central location for major banks and countries around the world, financial companies around the world, that they may call a new home or a new place to do business, to set up shop. Vietnam just set up 2 of those locations, those hubs. Do you think they would be doing that if their currency, the dong, wouldn't be strong? The move aligns with Vietnam's vision of becoming a high income status and transforming the southern part of the Vietnam's region to become a powerhouse for the world. These are the types of things, folks, that continuously strengthen the stability and confidence in the Vietnamese dong. Goldilocks says, will this elevate the long pressured Vietnamese dong. Many of the experts are stating that by drawing institutional investors and easing foreign exchange hurdles, these international hubs could swell forex reserves and curb depreciation. So therefore, it could continuously build the strength of the Vietnamese dong. What Goldilocks is stating is that many of the experts and skeptics, they caution patience because the managed float that Vietnam is expected to have at a 5% trading band has historically leaned toward gradual weakening to support exports. Attracting what Goldilocks says is, quote, hot money, end quote, risks volatile inflows. But folks, what this does, it shows that Vietnam is preparing the dong. It's like setting the table at Thanksgiving, knowing that there's going to be a bunch of people coming to eat off the Vietnamese dong. Vietnam's rise as a dynamic economic powerhouse in the Asian region is indeed one of the most compelling success stories of the 21st century. There are key drivers that are boosting Vietnam's economy. Strategic trade agreements, their strategic location, meaning their demographics as a hub, their exports, and their foreign direct investments into Vietnam. Vietnam's and their flexibility and resilience allows it to balance its relationships with the US, China, Russia, and the European Union without alienating itself. Vietnam plays a balancing act, if you will, with their political relationships throughout the world, whereby they remain neutral with all countries, sort of like a buddy friend with all countries. Even though various countries may be battling each other, they won't battle for some reason Vietnam. This helps the Vietnamese dong because all of these buddies and friends of Vietnam want to invest in the dong. So Goldilocks is stating, folks, security systems are currently being interfaced into the new digital financial system for foreign currency exchange. Vietnam is out front. We hope you're not left behind. Stay in tune, stay grounded, stay focused. Make sure you get your relationships with these financial hubs and wealth advisors because you're going to need them to move and grow your wealth beyond measure. Be well, beautiful folks. We love you. Ciao.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.